I love gift giving, I love shopping, I love buying things, and Christmas is like the perfect time of year to have my shopping addiction come out, because I don't have to buy for myself, I buy for other people. Anyways, today, I don't know how many gift ideas I actually have, but I've got some unique Christmas gift ideas for you. I've split this off into a few categories. I think we have 4 categories and then just one miscellaneous, just everything sort of category. The first category that we're going to go with is for book lovers, and the first thing that I've got on the list is a stained glass book lamp. I think when someone's a book lover, it's really hard to get a book for them unless you know an author that they like, if there's like a new one released or something, or if they just read everything, you could probably just get them like one of them mystery date with a book, or just like a cheap book in a charity shop. How many times have I said book? Take a shot, or maybe don't every time I say book, because you might end up in hospital, so maybe don't do that. But I think it's just really techie getting a book lover a book for Christmas. Also, if someone loves reading and that is a big part of their personality, they will love gifts to do with reading, they will love gifts to do with books. So yeah, I think this one is like quite an eccentric one, I would say. You have to make sure that the person that you're going to buy this for also has like a nice eccentric style. So is another one from Amazon. I apologise, Jeff Bezos is like cashing in all his checks from me right now, but it's a book reading challenge, and again, I'm sure you could probably get this off like Etsy. It's also a good gift for someone maybe similar to me who would like to read but doesn't often read, and that could kind of help get them into the reading. Or the next idea that I've got, and I would also, again, this is one that I would love myself, and I'm not even that much of a book lover, a bookshop smell candle or a bookshop smell perfume. I think something like that for someone who loves reading, especially someone who's like a physical book lover. I know a lot of people have like a Kindle, and that's absolutely fair enough. Oh, have you seen them Kindles with like the little page turner, and you don't even have to, I mean, that takes the challenge out of reading for me, that one. I used to, you know, when your hands get freezing cold when you're holding your book and you're turning your pages, it's like a love-hate relationship that I've always had with that. It gives me very nostalgic feelings about reading, but it's also a pain in the arse. So Kindle readers, Kindle users, I understand you. The smell of a new book or a library, or just like a page, I know this sounds weird, but have you ever just huffed a book? Delightful. I just think a candle as well, it doesn't have to be too expensive. It's like a nice easy gift, most people will enjoy it. So yeah. And the last thing in the book lovers category is maybe not as unique as I thought, but just a personalised bookmark. These really don't have to be expensive. I see a lot of these on Etsy. It could be personalised with their name, it could be personalised with, I don't know, the dogs and cats' faces on it, something like that. My next section that I've got is crafters, and this one's a little bit random. I guess obviously it depends on the sort of craft that they do, but the first gift is another one from Amazon. Jeff is really getting his bag in this video. It's called The Art of Memory Collecting. It kind of encourages you to try different crafts, and it shows you how to do those, if that makes sense. It's kind of like a book of like little mini classes, especially with everything being so digital now. I don't know about yous, but I always go on YouTube or TikTok, or if someone sells classes about something, it's usually online, and it's really good. That's really practical and handy. But I do think something physical for Christmas, and then something, I don't know how to explain it, but I just think it's nice that it's like a physical format. These two gifts are kind of more related to a sewing crafter. So the first one is a Lego sewing machinist figurine, and I found it on Bricks, and I don't know if they might have different sort of characters and figurines. I'm guessing they would do, but this is just the one that I saw and fell in love with, because I love sewing. I never really sew, but I did fashion at college and uni and textiles at school. So in my head, I sew loads, but in reality, my sewing machine has gone untouched for like 5 months. Okay, next one, like I said, is similar vibe because it's for someone who sews. A cool vintage style unpicker. It's like a really, really nice one. I don't know whether it, the place that I found it on offers like a gift box or anything, but I just thought you could even buy like a skinny little gift box and have it put it in there, and it looks, I feel like it would look so special, but it's like minimal cost. And lastly, the crafters. Again, this one isn't really that unique, but I'm just putting it in there because I feel like it's a forgotten about one. And I think because with crafters, it's really difficult. You don't know what people need. They can generally go to most craft stores and find something that they need. So I would suggest, if you have like a craft store near you, for example in the UK we have Hobbycraft, or we have Abercan for fabrics, get them a gift card from Hobbycraft or Abercan. Next category, it's a big one. Of course it's a big one because we're on animal lovers, and I don't actually think there's anything better than receiving animal related gifts, especially if you've got an animal yourself. Anyway, firstly on my little list, if they have an animal, you can make personalised animal tops for them. And they're in the style of them kind of rock tops, or like celebrity tops, where you have the person's, or well yeah, in this case your animals, their animal's name across the top, and then loads of different pictures. It's a bit techie if they've got multiple animals. Guess you'd have to make them a t-shirt for every single animal, or every year, you know, every birthday, every Christmas. This next one might be a little bit more expensive, but I feel like it's totally worth it if you've got someone who absolutely adores their pet. It's a custom pet mug. They make mugs with the actual, if you send them custom, like a picture of your pet or whoever you're buying for, their pet, they will actually make the custom pet, that custom pet, like it will, I don't know how to explain it. The pictures should be explaining it right now. Next one is such a lovely one, I think, and this is one that I feel like will make most pet owners cry. For this one, you do have to be very close with their pets because it's a pet nose ring, and I don't mean that you're going to be piercing their pet's nose with a nice gold hoop. I think that would end up getting some stern calls from the RSPCA. What we do want though is a little imprint of their pet's nose. You get the little print of their nose and they turn it into a ring. How cute. And I've seen multiple different shops do this across Etsy. Now we've got a 2-in-1, and I'm making assumptions here, but aren't most cat people, or at least cat girlies, into their crystals too? This one is cute even if you don't like crystals, and I don't know if the crystal actually has any if it's like a real crystal, or if it has any sort of healing properties or protective properties. I don't know. This is what I say when I'm like a 0-hour contract crystal girly. I think it's like a nice classy ornament to have. Next one I think is one of my absolute faves, not only because I've seen it in person first and foremost, secondly they are Stoke based, and also because the concept is just absolutely fantastic to me. The shop, and you can find it on Etsy, it's called Dappled Sky Shop, and they make ceramic cat figurines, but they're meant to look like musicians and celebrities. Oh, love it, love it. You know what it is? It's the names of them that get me. The Freddie Meowkery, David Meowie. Oh, stop it. But I just think these are fucking brilliant. This is such a unique idea for someone who loves cats and someone who loves music. If you know that they love Freddie Mercury or Queen or whatever, and they've got cats, combine the two. The last three a little bit cheaper, or just a little bit more random, I guess, maybe than the other presents that I've mentioned in this category so far. And the first of the last three, I'm modelling for everyone right now. It's a animal hair clip. Now you may have seen these everywhere because these were like a trend for a hot minute, but I wear this to work all the time, and we have people that come in. I work in a cafe, just for context, lots of dogs coming in, and one of my favourite dog customers that we get is a little sausage dog, so I kind of bought this thinking of him, and also I love sausage dogs in general, but you can get loads of different ones. You can get claw clips, you can get, this is just like a normal claw clip. I mean, who doesn't love a fun clip? Anyone with hair would love a fun clip. Am I gonna have a candle in every category? This one is because the cat / because the dog farted candle, and I think it's just a funny one because any cat dog owners out there, you know that when they let one rip. And then the last one is just a silly one. It's just some nail files. I feel like most people in this world use nail files. Like, just imagine how often we use our hands. What's attached to them? These buggers. So make sure you do have some nail care. And this is one that's cheap as chips. If you've got someone for Secret Santa, this is a good one. Right, next category, football lovers. Don't know who's allowed me to speak on this subject. So the first ones are football playing cards, and they are personalised to the person's football club. And it is a shame because they don't have a lot, well, they have a lot of the like Premier League football clubs, but they don't have a lot of different ones. Now, I've got some Stoke fans in the family, so it's kind of difficult with finding personalised Stoke playing cards. I found this page called Boot and Ball, and they seem to have quite a few good different football related gifts. Next up is one of my favourite ones actually, and I always toss and turn between buying for someone specific for Christmas. It's a historical football newspaper article book about their club. It's on a website called Historical Newspapers. This one specifically always makes me feel like I'm always so close to buying it. And the next one is Etsy, my love, of course, and it's a football stadium print, and I think you can find most football stadiums available. And I think this is a really good one because they're not very tacky, they're not like a massive god-awful painting of a footballer or something like that. It's one of them where I think if my fella had it hung up in the house, I wouldn't mind. I'd be like, yes, that can live in the guest bathroom or something. It's fine. That one was our cheaper gift, and this one is going to be like a really expensive gift. But Lego do some football stadiums as Lego sets, so you can get them to build them, and it is the stadium. And these, again, are similar to the playing cards. They are mostly just big stadiums. In fact, I actually don't even know how many they have. I just know they've got both the Manchester City and Manchester United stadiums. That is all I know, and don't ask me why and how I know that. But I just, oh, the Lego shop in Manchester, obviously. That is how I know that. These are probably like, last time I looked, when I lived in Manchester, they were about 230 quid, I think. We are on to the last section, which is just miscellaneous. Okay, so first is for my biscuit / eccentric homeware lovers. It's a biscuit ceramic trinket box from Holly & Co, and they literally have all the biscuits you could think of. I thought this one was so funny. I would love to receive something like that. I don't know about you lot, but I love a little trinket dish. Oh, a little trinket dish or a trinket plate. Stop it. That is, you're talking my language. And I love biscuits as well. Who doesn't love a biscuit? So if you know someone's a biscuit lover, get them something like that. In a very similar realm, a food print. I think everyone in this world has a food or a drink or just something that defines them and they're obsessed with, or just defines their personality in some sort of way, even if it's like a running joke or anything like that. And I see so many of these on Etsy. Biscuit ones, like I've just mentioned with the trinket dish. I've also seen Dr. Pepper, Diet Coke, full fat Coke ones. If they're Scottish, get them an Iron Brew one. For me personally, I'm a Polish girl, get me a pierogi print. This is another one from Holly & Co. I actually found this website a few days ago and I'm absolutely loving everything on there. But it's personalised reusable glass straws. I think most of us have got reusable straws now in our cupboard since we're saving the turtles and whatnot. I'm going to mention gifting it to a student. I have had so many of my glass straws go missing in the time that I've lived at uni. So I think a personalised one with your name, they can't fucking nick it. Why would they want a straw with your name on it? The next one is kind of a 2-in-1. You can also separate them. A tea tin. Such a good idea. There are tea tins already full of tea. I've bought some before on Amazon, some Earl Grey ones, and they come in like a little vintage tea, like metal tea tin, and they're so cute. Some vintage ones on eBay and charity shop. Calling it a 2-in-1 because I feel like getting someone tea is not that unique or original. But I also have bought people in the past, and you can find these on Etsy or I'm sure any sort of like farm shop, and more kind of different teas. So for example, I got a set of teas for someone from Etsy that were all teas inspired by desserts. A personalised home print. I've seen so many people on Etsy, so many small businesses that offer this, that you can send them a picture of the front of your house or obviously the gift receiver's house, and they will do an illustration of it. And this would be like a perfect gift for someone who's just moved into a new home maybe, but it would also be a good gift, for example, if it's your childhood home or something, if you're getting it for your sister or your mum, if you were students together and now you know you don't live together anymore, but you miss each other and you want to reminisce on old times. For the next one, there is a requirement, and the requirement is that this person has a vinyl player, because this one is a personalized vinyl. You can get these on Etsy, and I think this is a nice one if you've got some special songs together. For example, if you got married and you had, you know, like a special first dance song, you just put that on there. Usually you can do 2 sides. I think it depends how much you want to pay for it. You can just do 1 side with 2 songs, I think, on a lot of them. I think this is just a forgotten about gift idea most of the time. I have to travel everywhere with my glasses. So many people out there that do. I guess even if you do have reading glasses, or even if they don't wear glasses, even if it's like a sunglasses thing, so again, you can definitely personalize them as well to the person. If they're a dog lover, get them all covered in dogs. Just got a few left to go, and this one is practical but also unique. It's a timepiece calendar, and I had no idea what this was until it got advertised to me. It kind of reminds me of having an advent calendar over Christmas, except this is something that you do all year. The penultimate one, if you have someone who's into their cocktails, it's a personalised cocktail book. So the website that I found this on is called Wonderbly, and you actually get to see all the pages of the book before you decide to buy. You get to input their name and it'll be included on the cover, but also they'll make a cocktail inspired by them and they'll have it called a certain name, and you can actually choose out of like a few options. I think it gives you whether they're sweet, whether they're spicy, whether, you know, like what sort of cocktail they would be, and then you get to name it. Like for example, I did mine just to kind of see what it would give me, and I decided on Oliwia, even though I love a mojito, but I just like the way it sounded. We've made it to the last gift of this video. The last one, nice and cheap one for the girlies or for the dudes with the long hair. Unique scrunchies. And the website that I found for this is called Fizzlegig, and it's brilliant. Anytime I forgot the name of the website, all I had to type in was Edward Cullen scrunchie and it came straight up. Loads of good ones on there. I've seen Edward Cullen, I've seen Pedro Pascal, I've seen Taylor Swift, I think it was, or Harry Styles. And that is all for this Christmas gift video. If you enjoyed the video, I would love it if you could subscribe and let me know any other video ideas or Christmas gift ideas in the comments below. I hope you guys aren't too cold and that your heating bills aren't too expensive this time of year. Thanks for watching, see you later.